everyone. Welcome to the Fantasy Live Challenge pregame show. I'm Allison Williams. Sid is out, and here we have the self-proclaimed king of Fantasy Live, Jason Garcia, is here for you today. Jay, this is 2 weeks in a row for you.
Indeed, Allison, almost as long as my Sunday winning streak in the King's Court.
Let's see if anyone can dethrone the king this week. Please, somebody. As always, our 20-minute Fantasy Live challenges occur throughout the early games on Sunday. 9 games this week to keep the action fast and furious. Jay will get to see our first look at Peyton Manning since week 1, and I'd imagine he's looking to inflict some pain this Sunday.
Oh, pain indeed, Allison. As we know, the Colts lost a heartbreaker last week in Jacksonville, and this week they get the unbeaten Chiefs, who are the only unbeaten team left in the league. As we know, Peyton Manning is going to bring it this week. There's no way he's going to allow his team to fall to 2-3. What does that mean for Fantasy Live? All day, Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne, Austin Collie, and Dallas Clark. Get them all in.
Staying in the AFC South, and speaking of the Mannings, Eli and the Giants will face the Texans in Houston. Both Andre Johnson and Jacoby Jones are question marks. Add in how dominant the Giants' pass rush was last week, we could see plenty of Arian Foster.
Oh, plenty of Foster indeed. Last week he sat out the entire first quarter because he was benched. He missed a team meeting. He still managed to get almost 200 yards of total offense and 2 touchdowns. You definitely want Foster in your lineup as much as possible. On the other side, you have Eli Manning. He could have a field day against that porous Texas secondary. Hakeem Nicks, Steve Smith, Eli Manning all day as well.
Moving on, Jay, last Sunday, believe it or not, Carson Palmer was the top scorer for the entire afternoon of Fantasy Live Challenge, and Kyle Orton was third.
He was.
I'm sure you know who was second and fourth.
Well, you know, if Sid was here, he, of course, would say Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, but the King knows it was Shaun Hill and Sam Bradford.
That is very true on both counts, King. Do I really have to keep calling you King?
Yes, you
Hill
do.
and Bradford will go toe-to-toe in Detroit this Sunday. Now, ordinarily, you might not expect much scoring out of these teams, but facing each other, this could be one of those shootouts.
Your Highness would work just as well, by the way. But, Allison, both of these teams, their defenses are horrible. Calvin Johnson and Javid Best, they can break a big play at any time, as we saw a few weeks ago in Philadelphia. On the other side of the ball, Sam Bradford, he's been very good. Steven Jackson, he's been a little hurt. He's been gimping around with a sore groin, but he should still be out there this week. I'd get those 2 guys in there if I could as well.
Last but not least, this Sunday afternoon, we'll also get a look at 2 top 5 fantasy picks who haven't lived up to their billing just yet. Maurice Jones-Drew finally broke out last week against the Colts. Ray Rice, well, we're still kind of waiting to see that 2009 version of Rice.
Seriously. Well, MJD should be able to go off again this week in Buffalo. We saw what the Jets did last week. LT and Sean Green both thrashed that Bills defense for over 100 yards. On the other side, we have Ray Rice. He's been dealing with the gimpy knee as of late. Willis McGahee pretty much ran the show last week, and we might see more of that. Supposedly Ray Rice is healthy, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too big on Ray Rice this week against the Broncos defense.
Well, Your Highness, thank you for all your knowledge. And remember, everyone,
Bow
to
down to the
sign
king.
up for Fantasy Live Challenge this Sunday afternoon. Please, somebody, dethrone the king, and you could win a $25 cash credit in the process. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.